Salve to Discipuli, this is Magister Buddy, and this flipped lesson is going to be about how to maximize your learning with Quizlet. There are some advantages to Quizlet. There are also some typical pitfalls in Quizlet. In Latin 3, please make sure that you are memorizing every single thing that is on the Latin side of the flashcard, as well as everything on the English side of the flashcard. Sometimes it will be very simple like this one. Sometimes there will be multiple ways of translating the word. If all you do is memorize the first one, then you're going to be very limited in how to translate that word, and you'll come across it in a sentence and it may not make sense. This here is all four principal parts. You need to know all of them. Sometimes there will be a dash, meaning the stem did change. So this is accuso, accusare, accusavi, accusatus. It's a first conjugation verb. We go to the next one and you'll notice that it's also a verb. It's an irregular verb, which is why it's spelled out all the way. There is a, and not just irregular verbs do this, but sometimes there's a big stem change. So just showing you the endings doesn't make sense. So alfero, alfera, abstuli, ablatus. Again, make sure you know all four principal parts so that you can best translate. All right, so this is just the flashcard mode. This is nice for when you're first being exposed to a word. However, it's really easy to fall into the temptation of just sitting here and clicking and thinking that you are learning the words. You're not truly memorizing the words. This is really just a first exposure. You need to get into the rest of these modes in order to be truly learning. So for example, if we go to the learn mode, it's going to make you answer every term correctly twice before you are considered to be finished. And it's very black and white. Either you type in the answer exactly how I created it, or else you get it wrong. It gives you multiple choice sometimes. This is a little bit easier. So cohors, cohortist, maybe you have no idea. All this one, it has a direct cognate. Apportet, obviously. This one is wrong. So what I would do if I were you is say it multiple times. So apportet, it is right. Apportet, it is right. Apportet, it is right. And actually say it out loud. It is a little embarrassing, but get over it and do it because that's how you learn. And then the next time you see it, you'll know it better. So I'm going to go back. All right, so that was the learn. Then we've got write. Write will actually make you write out the entire thing in Latin. So let's say you don't know the answer. Again, just type in something because then it'll tell you. So to provide. So pribeo, pribera, pribui, pribitus, second verb, to provide. Actually take a couple of minutes, say that whole thing multiple times, and then press any key to continue. Let's say, and I just typed in anything just to move on, but let's say that it was just a simple typo. You really did have the correct answer, but maybe you forgot the accent on the U here. Feel free to go ahead and click on override, I was right. Just be very, very conservative on how often you use that button. Okay, so that's the right mode. Spell. I would suggest skipping this, or if you do it, go ahead and turn the sound off because otherwise you're just typing what you hear. Honestly, don't understand the purpose of this one. Test. Test can be kind of nice, although it's not the best way to learn the words. Matching is always fun. So what you do is you drag the word on top of its answer. So you find your matches and then you can try to do the times. This mode is actually best done in on a tablet or on a phone with the app, because then you can just use your thumbs and you can get a really fast time, way faster than on the computer. Gravity is great. You can set it to easy, medium, or hard. You can answer with Latin, you can answer with English, or it can do both randomly. So I'm going to go ahead and set it to answer with English and put it to easy mode. And you just type in the answer as you see it. So perfida, let's say I don't know what it is, and I'm just randomly typing in answers. Well, we know it's supposed to be a noun, so I can keep typing in nouns. Is it house? I don't know. So you let it go all the way down, and then I see that it's treachery, and it won't let you move on until you type in the correct answer. Then let's say you don't know what it is and you don't want to wait till it gets all the way to the bottom. You can hit the escape key and it'll take you directly to the answer. All right, so that is those are some tips on how to use Quizlet most effectively. I highly recommend that you do not study your flashcards for more than 10 to 15 minutes a night. I know everybody's different. Maybe you are the type of person that can handle it more. Maybe you need to have your cutoff be a little bit less. But at some point, your brain is just going to be mush and you're not going to be truly learning anyway. So especially once we get to the bigger review files, don't spend a ton of time on this. This is really just to kind of keep those words fresh. Wale te discipuli.